Hello, I'm Vinny Shulman and welcome to Enfusion for Ghita versus Tavares on September the 15th. My very special guest is Mr. Luke Smith.
Vinny Shulman and Luke Smith are discussing the variety of Tavares in the road to Tavares versus Ghita.
Let's be brutally honest.
No, I've got to be. I have to be. It's my job.
No, but what I also find interesting in the fight with Ghita that can really work for Lewis is what you see on this footage about the variety, about the options he has in a fight. So if you look at some of this footage, I mean it's just brief, but he brings for a kickboxing everything to the table. If you look at the knee, I mean it just missed, but it could be a game finisher.
Yeah.
The kick to the liver. You see the body shots up and down, the variety, the uppercuts. This one is a brilliant move. Let's be honest about
That's
it.
That's a Floyd Mayweather move.
Absolutely.
That back straight right hand. Yeah. What I did notice is when he knocked out Big Mo was the shot where his eyesight was, and he hit absolutely on point. He was in a position where he couldn't.
Absolutely. But if you look at this shot also, where he hits Jafar with a couple of uppercuts, So if you look at kickboxing, most of the guys are quite limited in their options.
Yeah.
So they have a nice straight punch. They may have a nice hook and have a low kick.
Yeah.
But who brings knees to the table, liver kicks, uppercuts, and in this fight against Jafar, he was, I think, 12-13 kilos lighter.
Yeah.
So I think that variety is a very important factor in a fight against Ghita also.
The thing is with Ghita though, I mean, he's bigger than Jafar, is he not?
No, I think they're about the same size.
Okay.
And I think,
okay, but
and I expect him to be lighter.
The levels of power
that
he's experienced. I mean, Lewis has been stopped before with a body shot. I think.
Absolutely.
With a left hook to the body. They're going to work on that as well. And obviously he's progressed as a fighter though. But for me, it's one of these fights where, and we have it often on Enfusion, as you know, that it's nothing's a foregone conclusion.
No.
Tavares is going to have to be on point. If he's not, it's over.
But that's what we want to see, right?
Of course.
I mean that's the interesting part. You want to see the top level guys fighting each other and see how this works out. So that's why I think that for both guys it's a defining point in their career. I mean, for Ghita, his way to come back, and to re-establish himself as a top contender, and for Lewis to show that he is in the absolute top of kickboxing.
He is the top. I mean, all right. I mean, he's had this layoff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen Ghita many times on at Showtime, and he absolutely sparks people. He can do this with one shot.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Luis can do it with one shot with Ghita. So it's going to be the smart work from both, of course. Yeah. It has to be. It's either going to be one shot from Ghita or a cumulative shots from
Absolutely.
Luis.
But it even took Saki like 15 shots to knock him down.
That's some treated chop, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. But on the other hand, people are still looking at Lewis as a 95 kilo fighter. He has grown to 105 kilos. Yeah. And if you look at his last weigh-in, I mean, he didn't do what we expected in the fight that day, but that happens sometimes. But he's 105 kilos, he's sharp as a knife, he's strong, and so he's 10 kilos heavier than he was in the Jafar fight. So I expected the difference between Ghita. Ghita is going to come in 108, 109 kilos, something like that. So of course, he's a very strong guy, but he's facing a guy much younger and also a very, very strong kid. And there's not going to be a very big weight advantage for Ghita. So I'm very interested in how that plays out. And because he's not a guy who's going to go down easy.
Yeah, but the nitty-gritty is as well. It's like Ghita's coming off a loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
From Saki, and so is Lewis.
And he's coming from a loss from Rico, so he had like 2 losses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also Luis Tavares is coming off a loss.
Yes.
And people are going to be talking about that.
Absolutely.
Of course they are, because
Of
you know, man of the month, what happened? I mean, what, in your opinion, what happened with that fight? You know, and you can't take nothing away from his opponent. I don't know him, but what happened?
I think my opinion on it is that he didn't take the fight serious,
Right.
And that happens with all the great fighters.
Yeah.
If you look at the career of Saki, if you look at the career of Badr, it's that Rico is a different pedigree from that perspective. You know, these guys are sometimes they underestimate it, and it's not like he didn't train. He trained before the fight, but he made some choices right before the fight he shouldn't have made. And it doesn't take anything away from the guy he lost from. I mean, this guy won, and that's it. But we all know when you train for the big fight, you get a different fighter. So that's going to be a different fight.
Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. And don't forget, September the 15th, Antwerp, Tavares versus Ghita.